Hey, it's me, Jesse Lee, and this is just a clip from this week's episode. Just a tip, baby. If you want the full thing, the full experience, go click the link in the little description here. So Coachella went down this past weekend in Indio, California, like it always does. And a new Billboard report actually said that 60% of people who bought tickets to Coachella this year actually did a payment plan option. And I really hope there's some kind of follow-up report we get at some point to find out how many people ended up in collections because they wanted to, hear Travis Scott off in the distance while they stood in line at a porta potty. I kind of want the wrap up to that. But yeah, people are sharing videos right away on day 0 before the festival even started, sharing photos and videos of just what it was like to get into the events, just get into the grounds. People were waiting for 12 plus hours. I mean, we got to go straight to the source on these videos here because I could tell you, I could read you stories that I've heard about Coachella, but we got to go straight to the source, We got to get the TikTok influencers giving us their firsthand experience of Coachella, obviously.
Coachella, what the hell are you doing? We have been stuck in line for nearly 10 hours. We showed up here for camping at 3 in the morning and got in line. It's almost 1 p.m. right now. We still haven't even gone through security, and everyone around us has been here for just the same amount of time. It's 100 degrees outside. People's cars are overheating. They're running out of gas. There are no bathrooms anywhere.
Yeah, I saw people posting photos of cars that just have like signs on them that said when to go get gas. Like, hey, we're not abandoning the vehicle or anything. Don't try to tow this or destroy this vehicle. We went to get gas. Like people were literally waiting in line to get into this festival for 12 hours and their cars are running out of gas, which does suck because that's something you think about. Think about it. When you go to a show sometimes or you go anywhere, you're like, I got a quarter of a tank. I can make it there. I'll get gas on the way out. I'm sure a lot of people are like, I don't want to be late to Coachella. I'll get gas on the way out. And then they sat there for about 6 hours and realized quickly, the realization set in like, oh no, we're screwed. We're going to have to hoof it with a gas tank and come back and fill up our tank.
People are being denied access to. People who've been waiting there in their car for 10 plus hours. People have literally been using the bathroom behind bushes like animals, and they paid like over $600 to be here. This whole experience has been...
Well, I mean, going to the bathroom in the bushes isn't the worst thing you could do. I mean, going to the bathroom in your car, I feel like that would be a worse alternative. At least you're out in Mother Nurture. You get out there doing your business. Yeah, it's a little degrading for sure, especially if you spent $600 on a ticket. Here's someone else's update from the car line.
If you're coming to Coachella and you're camping and you haven't left your house, you are late. We have been in line for 20 minutes and we have moved maybe 100 feet. I'm going to show a screenshot of where we are and where the camping entrance is. This is insane. There's no porta potties, so if you need to use the restroom, grab some food, whatever it is, do that first. This is crazy. I'll keep you guys updated on...
Oh yeah, that's another good point. What if you didn't bring car snacks? Like what if you were trying to, fast that day? You're like, I'll eat when I get to the festival. I'm not gonna, bring a bunch of beef jerky with me in the car. I'm just gonna... I'll fast it out. And then 12 hours later, you are very hungry. So not only are you out there in the bushes, pooping, peeing, but now you're foraging for berries. You're trying to find some nourishment. You're out there. You might have to go find a babbling brook and fill up your canteen. This is some real life, hard living out here in these Coachella lines. This is rough, man. So hopefully things got better when they got inside, right? Nope. That was a shit show too, according to reports. People were saying that there was no place to park. There was no place to put out their camping. Bathrooms were still scarce. Security was kind of a joke, I guess. And apparently this is the first year that Coachella has used this new security system, this new security team. Because Coachella's been around for quite a while now. You would think by this point, they would have they would have things figured out. This would be kind of like a rinse and repeat thing every year. So I don't know why there's all these problems this year, but a lot of people are putting the blame on the new security team they have. But another big issue that fans are pointing out, concert goers are attributing to being a disaster, is the food prices.
Okay, I'm starving, so let's come get nachos. The one thing I didn't want, tacos. The one thing I didn't want to do, and now I'm doing it. It's okay. So
wait, why didn't you want to get nachos or tacos? That's delicious. You just don't. I mean, I guess if it's a hot day, maybe that's not what you want to eat. But
while I wait for the tacos, I got another. How much is it? $17. $17 lemonade.
$17 lemonade. But are those real lemons? I mean, you're in the desert, dude. Lemons are kind of hard to come by in the desert. I get it. $17 seems like a reasonable price for a scarce lemons, but no, seriously, $17 for lemonade. That's
mostly ice, but it's so
that's
good.
mostly ice. Hey, but once the ice melts, second drink. When the ice melts, second drink.
$120-ish worth of food, guys.
So this was $102. To be fair, this does look pretty good. I mean, I'm sure it probably was not good, like she's saying, but also like you're not going to spend $102 on that meal and be able to give it a good rating. No matter how good it is, you're still going to be like, no, it was not $102 good though. Aside from the functionality of the festival, which seemed to be like a total disaster. And I do like that every time something like this happens, because let's be honest, most festivals are sort of like this. If you've been to any music festival in the last few years, they're not that bad, but there's always hella lines, super long lines. There's always overpriced food. There's always no place to be comfortable, essentially, for multiple days. So this isn't anything new. It's just kind of on a grander scale from Coachella, it looks like. But I do like that anytime something like this happens with a festival, it's automatically labeled as Firefest 2. Every single time festival doesn't go the way people are hoping, it's Firefest. It's like, well, there's actually bands there. It actually happens, so you can't really call it Firefest. And also, they're trying to do Firefest 2. So at some point, we're going to have to change that joke and start calling it Firefest 3 or whatever. But aside from, again, the functionality of the festival, the bands and artists played, those all went off. They seemed to go off without a hitch. Benson Boone was joined by Brian May from Queen to do Bohemian Rhapsody, which is a fun sentence because it's kind of like an age detector test. You're either confused about who Benson Boone is or who Brian May is, depending on how old you are. Green Day played a set. The band Speed brought some hardcore. Yeah, everyone seemed to have a pretty good time. Everyone except for David. Got a video here of the singer D4 Vid. His name is David, but I like to call him D4 Vid because of the way it's spelled. But his name's David. Unfortunate situation here. Oh! Landed on his face. For anyone listening, not watching right now, D4 Vid attempted to do a backflip, runs up, and face plants. Just all of his face. Just eats every bit of that stage. He runs up. He looks like he's going for a great backflip, and then just... The backflip looked like it was about to be epic. But you know what? You know what makes more news than doing a great backflip? Playing on your face. That's right. And he kept singing. He looks okay, So all is well.